Hi, and welcome to the Trust Chart. And today I'll be talking about the pentagram. Now, it's beginning to really irk me now that when I watch videos where there may be paranormal investigations or anything that looks into so-called witchcraft and Satanism and that sort of stuff. But they keep saying about, oh, there's a pentagram. Or in America, especially, annoyingly in America, they still think the pentagram is an evil symbol or a sign of evil. This is not the case. In general, the actual pentagram is basically a symbol of protection, and as a symbol used in many cultures. Even it was used in Christianity. It was used to represent the 5 wounds of Christ. It's also in some religions an old symbol representing Venus. I'll go over the meaning of it all in history or in this video. Here also, in a lot of cultures, or especially modern day religions like Wicca, each of the 5 points of the star represent earth, air, fire, water, and spirit, or the old customs represent earth, air, fire, water, and ether. Anyway, a pentagram, sometimes known as a pentalpha, pentangle, or star pentagon, is the shape of a regular 5-pointed star polygon formed from the diagonal line segments of a convex or simple or non-self intersecting regular pentagon. Drawing a circle around the 5 points creates a similar symbol referred to as a pentacle, which is used widely by Wiccans, pagans, or just as a sign of life and connections. The word pentagram refers only to the 5-pointed star, not the circle surrounding it in the pentacle. Pentagrams were used symbolically in ancient Greece and Babylonia. Today, they are widely used by the Wicca, witches, and pagans, akin to the use of the cross by Christians. The pentagram has magical associations. Many people who practice modern-day paganism and pagan faiths wear jewelry incorporating the symbol. Christians once commonly used the pentagram to represent the 5 wounds of Jesus. The word pentagram comes from the Greek word pentagramon, from pente 5, gramme line. Pentagram refers to just the star, and the pentacle refers to the star within the circle specifically, although these are often referred to as the same. The word pentalpha is a learned modern 17th century rival of the post-classical Greek name of the shape. Early pentagrams have been found on Sumerian pottery from circa 3500 BCE, and the 5-pointed star was at various times the symbol of Ishtar or Marduk. The pentagram was known to the ancient Greeks with a depiction on a vase possibly dating back to the 7th century BC. Pythagoreanism originated in the 6th century BC and used the pentagram as a symbol of mutual recognition and of well-being. From around 300 to 150 BCE, the pentagram stood as a symbol of Jerusalem, marked by the 5 Hebrew letters spelling its name. The word pente mychos, 5 corners of 5 recesses, was the title of the cosmology of Pharisees of Syros. Here, and the 5 corners are where the seeds of Kronos are placed within the earth in order for the cosmos to appear. In Neoplatonism, the pentagram was said to have been used as a symbol or a sign of recognition by the Pythagoreans, who called the pentagram hygiene, meaning health. In the Middle Ages, the pentagram was used in ancient times as a Christian symbol for the 5 senses or the 5 wounds of Christ. The pentagram plays an important symbolic role in the 14th century English poem Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, in which the symbol decorates the shield of the hero Gawain. The unnamed poet credits the symbol's origins to King Solomon and explains that each of the 5 interconnected points represent a virtue tied to a group of 5. Gawain is perfect in his 5 senses, and 5 fingers, faithful to the 5 wounds of Christ, takes courage from the 5 joys that Mary had of Jesus, and amplifies the 5 virtues of knighthood, which are generosity, friendship, chastity, chivalry, and piety. The north rose of Arminian's cathedral, built in 13th century, exhibits a pentagram based motif. Some sources interpreted the unusual downward pointing star as symbolizing the Holy Spirit descending on people. Itchy nose. During the Renaissance, Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa and others perpetuated the popularity of the pentagram as a magic symbol, attributing the 5 Neoplatonic elements to the 5 points in typical Renaissance fashion. By the mid-19th century, a further distinction had developed amongst occultists regarding the pentagram's orientation. With a single point upwards, it depicted spirit presiding over the 4 elements of matter and was essentially good. However, the influential writer Epis Levi called it evil whenever the symbol appeared the other way up. Aye. In China, it represents the Wu Xing, which are the 5 phases or 5 elements in Taoist Chinese tradition. They are differentiated from the formative ancient Japanese or Greek elements due to their emphasis on cyclic transformations and change. The 5 phases are fire, Hao, earth, Tu, metal, Jin, or water, Shu, and wood, Mu. The Wu Jing is the fundamental philosophy and doctrine of traditional Chinese medicine and acupuncture. Based on the Renaissance occultism, the pentagram found its way into the symbolism of modern occultists. Its major use is a continuation of the ancient Babylonian use of the pentagram as an apotropaic charm to protect against evil forces. Epis Levi claimed that the pentagram expresses the mind's domination over the elements, and it is by this sign that we bind the demons of the air, the spirits of the of fire, the spectres of water, and the ghosts of earth. In this spirit, the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn developed the use of the pentagram in the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram, which is still used to this day by those who practice Golden Dawn type magic. Aleister Crowley made use of the pentagram in his Thelmic system of magic. An adverse or inverted pentagram represents the descent of spirit into matter to the interpretation of Lon Milo Duquet. Crowley contradicted his old comrades in the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, who, following Levi, considered this orientation of the symbol evil and associated it with the triumph of matter over spirit. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is theorized to have begun using both upright and inverted 5-pointed stars in temple architecture, dating from the Nauvoo, Illinois temple dedicated on 30th of April 1846. Other temples decorated with 5-pointed stars in both orientations include the Salt Lake Temple and the Logan, Utah Temple. These usages come from the symbolism found in Revelation chapter 12. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. Because of a perceived association with Satanism and occultism, typically Many in the United States schools in the late 1990s sought to prevent students from displaying the pentagram on clothing or jewelry. In public schools, such actions by administrators were determined in 2000 to be in violation of students' First Amendment rights to free exercise of religion. The encircled pentagram, referred to as the pentacle by the plaintiffs, was added to the list of 38 approved religious symbols to be placed on the tombstones of fallen service members at Arlington National Cemetery on 24th of April 2007. The decision was made following 10 applications from families of the fallen soldiers who practiced Wicca. The government paid the families $225,000 to settle their pending lawsuits. In Judaism, the pentagram has been used in Judaism since at least 300 BCE. When it first was used as the stamp of Jerusalem, it was used to represent justice, mercy, and wisdom. The pentagram of Venus is the apparent path of the planet Venus observed from Earth. Successive inferior conjunctions of Venus repeat with an orbital resonance of approximately 13.8, that is, Venus orbits of the Sun approximately 13 times for every 8 orbits of Earth, shifting 144 degrees at each inferior conjunction. The tips of the 5 loops at the center of the figure have the same geometric relationship to one another as the 5 vertices or points of a pentagram, and each group of 5 intersections equidistant from the figure's center have the same geometric relationship. It also has connections to sacred geometry and so forth, and today many countries have it on their flags. So from all this you can see it is not a symbol of evil, albeit all symbols, just like the swastika, can be abused and misrepresented by wicked people. Just like the inverted cross is the cross of St. Peter and not a satanic symbol. As with a lot of this, it's all representation done by Hollywood and not actually in reality. But it's about time the stigma around this symbol stops, because it's wrong and people like Wiccans, etc., are being demonized or being, for unjustifiable reasons and old-fashioned reasons and just pure nonsense. So anyway, I hope you found this video insightful. If so, give it a like, and if you haven't subscribed, then please do. It'll be great to have you here with us. Until the next video, take care and be well.